Let's go ahead. It's not just the home buyers who are raising concerns about RERA. With the housing minister, even the real estate developers and members of CREDAI from all over the country got together to discuss their challenges. And RERA was also one of them. I spoke to the president of CREDAI to find out what really is worrying the developers. Everybody has expectations. The customer have expectations from developers. The government said that it expects developers to deliver on their promise, and so do the developers who have expectations from the government. And to talk about this, we have with us Mr. Irfan Razak. He is the chairman for CREDAI. Mr. Razak, you brought forth the point that you have certain issues with the new RERA that is going to be implemented soon all over India. What are your reservations?
See, Anjali, I have been talking about this from the time even before the law got made. Now, the law in its current form talks about bringing in the ongoing projects under the ambit of the bill. Now, a law which is established today, for it to apply for some sins that have been committed in the past is highly unfair. And the law is supposed to protect the interest of the consumer. We welcome RERA. We believe it's a great legislation, and we believe that it will bring in a lot of more transparency, a lot more discipline, and will also bring in only the serious players into this business. And those people who think that they can become a developer by doing a single project or do a quick one and get away, they will be discouraged to get into the business at all unless and until they want to professionalize. Now, having said that, that's the background. The new act has a lot of things that need to be complied with, starting with declaration of the carpet area. It doesn't say that you have to sell on carpet area, but it also says you have to declare on carpet area. It also talks about 70% of the proceeds to be accumulated and used only for the project. Now, if somebody has launched a project which is 20, 30, 40, 50, even 80% ready, only those projects which have got the occupancy certificate are not coming under the ambit of the act, because yes, again, that's real estate. Once the occupancy certificate has come, it becomes a ready product, and then you're selling just the ready product which comes under the thing of property. And when a new law comes in, we should always start with the blank canvas. We should start with a clean slate. And people should understand the law and launch the new projects. And when that happens, the confusion will not be there. There will not be any problems, there will not be any blackmail, there will not be any sort of stress in the whole system. Yes, I do understand, even the minister told us yesterday, that there is pressure on the government to correct the past sins. Now, how does the government correct the past sins is difficult, but then at the same time, we can't sit together and devise a method where the developers who have been delinquent, where they have not been delivering the projects for maybe 5 years after the time that has elapsed. Now, these developments have to be looked into. These problems have to be looked into. But there is already many laws that are in place for that. You have the Consumer Forum. You have many other acts and laws that can address this. But if you're asking everybody, a guy who's already doing his business in the right way and a guy who's not doing his business in the right way, all of them to now suddenly comply with the new act for things that have been done in the past, it's going to be highly unfair. Any law, for it to succeed and for it to be stress-free and for it to work, has to be something that which is going to be prospective rather than retrospective in nature.
Okay. But I do have one concern here. Don't you think that with customers especially, they do not have the muscle to fight if there is an errant builder? So if the government tends to be a little lopsided and tries to, make something which the customers feel, the perception is, okay, yeah, this is for my benefit, then the government that way gets a little tilted.
No, I see. Now, these old projects, ongoing projects, definitely have to get phased out. They will get completed at some point of time or the other. Now, what really happens is The persons who have been errant, the companies that have not delivered, definitely will be out of business. The customer is not going to go back to them. The trust is gone. Now, there is talk about some companies in different parts of the country, but I think that these are all exceptions rather than the rule. But unfortunately, the exceptions are made into big issues. That what good has been done by the real estate fraternity by creating homes, many developers have delivered and have been delivering continuously in spite of all the problems. Another thing that we've been requesting the government also, which now Mr. Venkayaji told in his speech, is they are bringing this legislation for deemed sanction, deemed occupancy certificate. Now, if these things become a reality, then we are also not at somebody else's mercy to beat the timelines for delivery. Because it's a challenge to get approvals. Second, when the property is ready, again it's a challenge to get the occupancy certificate. And if you're doing legitimate business in a legitimate manner and earning legitimate profits, I don't think anybody should have any problems on that. Now we, as a CREDAI, as a body, we believe that the industry needs good, skilled workforce. It's actually also the focus of the current government, and they also have been talking about it. Our Prime Minister also has been talking about focus on skilling, and we also felt a need that if we skill our workforce, if we make them good workmen, they will be able to skill in turn many others. And hence it will be a multiplier effect, and the benefits will come to the industry itself.
Thank you so much for talking with NDTV, Mr. Razak. Thank you.